Invites were sent, I'm going, but really, what do we know about the Galaxy Note 4? Alright, so Samsung has sent out invites for the Galaxy Note 4. It's on pack to September 3rd at IFA, New York. It's got 3 locations, is a global announcement, and means only one thing in my mind. It's the Galaxy Note 4. We've known this for a while. Samsung does this every year, and this is the launch event for the Note 4. But what are we expecting from this device? So the Galaxy S5 came out earlier this year. You saw our reviews, you saw what we thought about it. It's a solid smartphone, but it was a little bit underwhelming for what Samsung could bring to the table, especially the fact that specs-wise, yes, it's on par, but nothing new and fresh and innovative there from Samsung. So what does the Galaxy Note 4 bring to the table, or is it the Galaxy Ace? Nah, I don't think it's the Galaxy Ace. So anyway, so what does the Note 4 bring to the table? We're going to talk about rumors, speculation, and also what we think will actually come together. Start with the first one, launch date. So a couple of things have come to place. We've seen some rumors about certain internal memos from Samsung stating that employees cannot take certain days off. So the first set of days are from the 3rd to the 7th. That is actually between IFA and also the expected unpacked launch. So definitely you can expect that that's the launch period. I mean, that's the announcement period. You've got the 3rd with the announcement. You've also got IFA starting that week. So basically that covers that. The second dates are from the 15th to the 28th of September. Now that's very important because a lot of rumors and speculations that Samsung is looking to launch this device immediately. Basically 2 weeks after the announcement on the 3rd, between the 15th and the 28th, it should launch at least in major markets. So you're looking at the US, Korea, some places in Europe, and also some places in Southeast Asia. So do I think that's possible? I really think so. I think Samsung's looking for a little pizzazz and jump on what was happening in the market this year, because we also what happened with the Galaxy S5. Got good buzz, but didn't build as much as expected. So they really want to basically take the same approach as HTC and somewhat the same as Microsoft by announcing and of course having a release date for everyone, which I think that would be pretty big and pretty solid if I think so. So do I believe the launch date's going to be around the 15th? Yes, you heard it first from me. Between the 15th and the 28th, I think the Galaxy Note 4 will launch then. So how about design? Now, the Galaxy Note is known to be the largest, one of the largest, not the mega, but one of the largest in the Galaxy line of devices. Now, word is that this will go to a 5.7-inch display, which kind of makes sense because a lot of devices are at 5.5 right now, so the Note will actually probably go there. Another rumor is that they will actually switch from a Touch ID sensor, a touch digitizer sensor, to an ultrasonic sensor to allow for a thinner device and also better contact with the S Pen for writing and things like that. That makes sense to me, and that's something that they might actually throw in there just because that actually improves the writing capability of the S Pen. So we'll see if that's actually in there. And also the S Pen will be improved. Don't know how, but I'm sure they will. They've done it every single year. Another rumor is that also we will have an ultraviolet sensor, which helps in actually detecting ultraviolet light and different light sensitivities, so you can actually help dim your screen brightness at certain times, which will help with battery life. So that's something I'd like to see, and hopefully will be there in the device. What I do know is probably safely will be there is that this most likely will have a mixture of plastic and metal design. Samsung's got the Ace, which we've seen leaked images for, looks to have a metal and polycarbonate build, and I think that will transfer over to the Galaxy Note 4. So that's something I think that most likely there. I think we also will definitely see the fingerprint sensor, we'll see the heart rate monitor in the device. Now, a couple of things here in terms of the resolution of the device. A couple of APKs have come out and basically indicates that there is support for QHD on the Galaxy Note 4. So I think it's safe to say we will see at least a QHD variant of this device. There's also word that Samsung might be using a curved display. Looking at this pattern over here, you can see that the display is curved around on the side of the device. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know what that will do in terms of functionality, but I think we might either see one variant of that, or that might be the whole display altogether. I'm not sure, I have no idea, but that would be interesting to see if that actually comes out on the Galaxy Note 4. I'm sure most likely it will have water resistance, just like the Galaxy S5, because Samsung looks to be putting that as a major stay in their devices. So I won't be surprised if it is water resistant there in terms of the whole design aspect of this device. Camera. Here it looks like Samsung is going to make a few changes to the camera from what they've done with the Galaxy S5, and I'm actually happy with improvements on that camera. The camera was good, it was all right, but the main thing is that the Galaxy Note 4 will have optical image stabilization, which is great, which means you're going to get better stabilized photos, videos, as well as also better photos in low light situations. Rumors point, and I most likely is correct, it's going to be 16 megapixel sensor, just like you found in the S5, but this will be an ISO cell sensor, which will help AF functionality on this device. So I think the combination of that will actually go a long way. Not sure if they will streamline the camera interface or do some other things to it, but that's a possibility there, as also they will do some streamlining features to TouchWiz. They just introduced a new version of TouchWiz with the Galaxy S5. I don't think they're going to reintroduce a new one, but I think they might streamline a couple of things. Samsung, please, I'm begging you, take out the magazine UI, magazine segment of the UI. Nobody really cares about that. I don't. If you guys do, let me know, but no one's going to do that. So I think on that aspect, you're going to find that basically the camera is going to be refreshed in terms of hardware. The software of the camera might be tweaked a little bit, as well as TouchWiz might be tweaked a little bit with some gesture sensors and things like that, but nothing major. Processors. Now the processor in there, we've heard word that most likely, and I believe it's going to be an 805. The 805 has been rumored since CES from Qualcomm. Almost no device has it except the LTE devices of LG and Samsung, and I think the 805 will be the chip of preference for the Galaxy Note 4. Now, a new version of the Exynos octa-core processor will also be in a Korean alternative for this device, but it looks like every single version for this device will support a standard 32 gigabytes of storage. So that's pretty cool. Looks like Samsung is jumping and stepping up the bar. You know, we're tired of having 16 gigabytes. It's not enough for all we do nowadays. So it's good. I think 32 gigabytes of storage really helps there, and that moves along the way. And of course, support for micro SD up to 128. That's the new gold standard for everyone. So I think that is also going to be there with the device. Again, no one on battery, but I think the battery is most likely be close to about 3,500, just because of all the things that this device will do, and especially if it's also going to be a QHD display altogether in there. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for the Galaxy Note 4. There are a lot of rumors, a lot of things going around, but I think there are a couple of things that I think will be safely in the device. First of all, I think it's going to be larger at 5.7 inches, just because it's going to get bigger. I think it's also going to get thinner with the addition of the ultrasonic sensor, and also there will be a new S Pen. Display is going to be a QHD display. Samsung has to step it up to that just because LG has done a fantastic job with LG G3, as well as the fact that you're going to also have an ultraviolet sensor to help indicate the ultraviolet index for S Health, as well as also work with your display for brightness, calibration, and things like that. In terms of the camera, I think the camera will be 16 megapixel, and I believe Samsung will step up to OIS for the camera to give you better images, better pictures altogether. In terms of the battery, we will see a slightly larger battery. It may be 3200, 35, but I'm thinking no more than 3500 milliamps for the battery in there. 32 gigabytes of storage internally, I think that would be the standard for it, with of course micro SD card expansion in there. So those are the things that I think I'm really comfortable and confident about with the Galaxy Note 4. Things that I'm not sure will happen is that curved display. It may happen, it may not happen. It all depends on that. I do know that it's a tricky situation, but Samsung might want to do the things in the splash, and it looks like they want to. What I'm also not sure of is the launch date, exact date, but I am fairly confident that Samsung will launch soon, because word is that Samsung has gone into mass production of the Galaxy Note 4 already, which makes sense if you want to launch it between the 15th and the 28th. But I am pretty confident. I'll probably put a $10 bet out there that this is kind of low. Basically they will launch between the 15th and the 20th. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys on the Galaxy Note 4. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you expect in this device? Do you expect some of the super crazy stuff with a wraparound display, or just something funky, or do you just expect some more basic standards like the new Exynos processor, or the Qualcomm 805, or things like that maybe are more realistic to your settings? Let me know. I want to know what your thoughts are on the Galaxy Note 4. Otherwise, guys, stay tuned. We'll be at the event. Check out our hands-on videos for the Galaxy Note 4 when it comes out, as well as our review when we do get the device in our hands. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate just watching the video and supporting us. Also, don't forget to like, share and favorite this video, and also subscribe to the channel, top right hand corner of your screen. And this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy your entertainment.